What is going on, guys? I got some good news for you, and that good news is actually that Call of Duty comes back tomorrow morning, so we're pumped for that. And the reason we're pumped is because I got 2 free plays for the YouTube channel today or tonight, wherever you may be in the world. But I'm dropping these plays before the matches, real early, before all the bumps, before everyone starts locking in slips. You guys will have a chance to get ahead of these early lines, man, and stay tuned for those 2 free picks. But first, I want to explain how I do my research so you guys aren't telling blindly, because no one recommends that, right? Basically, what I do is I create these player projections. It takes a long time, but I enjoy doing it, and I love watching Call of Duty. I watch every single match every single weekend, so there's some passion there. But anyways, let me break it down. This is a old example from the first weekend of COD, I believe. I'll explain what all these numbers mean in a second, but let's see how we get there. So we start off by trying to predict the maps by predicting what team's gonna pick team A or team B, right? It goes by higher seed. So we predict ban, pick. So basically here it says that Miami would ban sub base, Vegas would ban Karachi, and Miami would pick invasion map 1. And then same goes for these down here. Basically how I'm predicting the veto process based on their previous matches and then what teams are better at which maps. I mean, we like to take that into account. That's the best way to get projections on Call of Duty. The map is basically the most important factor when it comes to who's gonna fry and who's gonna flop. So we dig deep and we find out what maps they don't like to play, what maps they're very good at, what maps players are good at, and what maps players flop on. I mean, it's self-explanatory, right? So moving on, here we got their fantasy score if they get a 3-0, and this is not including hill time and stuff like that. It's just more like kills, deaths. But yeah, we get that with these numbers here. So this number here would be map 1 kills and deaths. This number here would be map 2 kills and deaths. And this number here would be map 3 kills and deaths. And then you got maps 1 to 3 kills and deaths. And then your total fantasy score. But yeah, man, all these projections are basically based on the maps we're predicting. So in this case, it was Invasion, Skid Row, and High Rise. So I mean, we're pretty accurate when it comes to predicting maps, but in this case, we got new maps in rotations like Rio, and we're probably gonna have 2 more maps coming soon. Yeah, we got Rio for search and Rio for hardpoint. Terminals out for hardpoint and Skid Row's out for search. Don't ask me why. That's just the choices they made. This weekend's gonna be interesting. We're gonna see what teams really like to play what map, and basically the more info we get, the more accurate we get. So as the season goes on, we get more and more accurate. But in this case, I mean, we're pretty accurate with these. I don't remember, but I think this weekend we ended up catching like 3 4-mans or something like that. But yeah, it was a good time. We ended up green. That's always good to hear. But yeah, since there's only 2 matches tomorrow, I'm not gonna share the projections for free like I usually do. On here, I usually share the projections for the entire match, but I'm not gonna do that this time just because there's only 2 matches. But I'll probably drop a video on Saturday with some free projections for you guys as well. Instead, I'm gonna just share 2 picks. But before we get into that, man, let me remind you, I already have all the projections for every player playing tomorrow, every map prediction for tomorrow over on my Discord server. So if you want to get your hands on that right now, hit the link in the description, man. It's only $10 a month. I mean, it's a lot of work I put in to get these numbers. I mean, it takes hours. It's literally work. So I had to charge the bare minimum, man. $10 a month, daily projections. I mean, that's like 33 cents a day. I wouldn't be trying to sell this if there wasn't value attached. There's obviously value. You get all these projections every time I find value in CS2 or Call of Duty. And yeah, man, it's just a good tool to use when you're creating your own slips. And then I also usually share a play of the day over here on my channel, Jared. But when it comes to Call of Duty, man, we go hard. That's not it. We actually have a 4-man format. Just a brief explanation of what that is. It's a strategy we use where we basically drop 10 4-man power play slips over on Jared, which they're up already right now, so hit that link. But the concept is that we have 10 4-man power plays, which the payout for one would be a 10x, right? So we use the same unit for each entry fee, and all we need is one of those 4-mans, 1 out of 10 4-mans to hit for us to get our money back. And basically, if we hit 2 out of 10 or 3 out of 10 4-mans, I mean, we're up in profit, right? So it's a good time to double up, triple up. I mean, if we have a great day, we could get a 10x on our bankroll. So I mean, it's always a good thing. It's very exciting. We're all in there hyped up. So man, if you want to join a community, if you want to participate, I highly recommend it. There's tons of value in here with the projections and the slips and the different strategies we use. Plus we have Huncho and Splitter. They also share their slips on traditional sports like NBA, MLB, NFL, all those sports, and these guys have been killing it lately, man. So don't sleep on that. But yeah, man, if you're interested, links in the description. Join the Patreon. That should link you to the Discord where you'll become a prop bandit. And yeah, welcome to the community if you choose to join. But all right, anyways, let's get to our first pick. We're gonna talk about my man Tyler Fellow. His line's at 18.5 on map 1 kills. Now I'm leaning under, and let me tell you why. But hold on, first let's back it up. There's new rotations on hardpoint maps. We got some info from CDL Intel that Carolina Royal Ravens like to play the new map Rio. They've been scrimming it and they've been slamming the FaZe Black team. And even then, Fellow only dropped 17 kills on that map. Now, it is said that that map is for SMGs, and that is the map that SMGs will strive on, and Fellow is not an SMG. 17 kills against FaZe Black on Rio on a game that Carolina won comfortably, and FaZe Black is a new challengers team. They just got a roster change, so that's good. That's good for the unders, right? He needs 19. He dropped 17 against them. Not to mention they're playing an angry New York Subliners team that won champ last year and got eliminated by Fellow last major. So they're mad. They're coming in with a vengeance. There is a chance that New York also likes Rio, but we have no intel on that. But if we see Rio, I think we're still good. My original prediction suggests that they're gonna pick Invasion, right? Because New York's gonna get the first pick because they're still the higher seed, so they're gonna pick map 1, and it's probably gonna be Invasion. But we don't even know that either, because Invasion did get new hardpoint locations and the rotations are different, right? But I mean, it might have changed for the better in their eyes, but we don't know. We don't have that information, so we're gonna get a lot of information this weekend on what maps teams still like to play and what maps they don't. But if this was last major, we probably see Invasion map 1. We're gonna use that information to try and predict this map 1 pick. We're either gonna see Invasion or Rio, and Fellows under looks good on both these maps. So we're going to go ahead and lock in Fellow under 18.5 map 1 kills. He's been struggling online matches. I know they turned up a little bit on LAN, but I mean, it's hard to repeat the same process against a team of the caliber like New York Subliners. So I wouldn't be surprised if they get slammed on either of these maps. And Kismet and Hydra just absolutely have a field day on them. Speaking about Hydra, that's actually my next pick for map 1. His line's at 24.5. Unfortunately, we don't have any info of him on Rio, but he's an SMG. He's one of the best SMGs in the world. So if they go Rio, he's probably going to hit the flame. He's probably going to come in angry, and he's probably going to fry all these guys. If they go Invasion, that is a map that we do have tons of info on. Granted, there's new rotations, so I don't know how it'll play out, but I mean, Invasion was kind of an AR map, but Hydra still found a way, right? He has an average of 26 kills on Invasion hardpoint. Across 4 maps, he's cleared his line 3 out of 4 times. And I mean, I think honestly these new rotations might actually help SMGs, considering you don't have that Palace Hill anymore. So I mean, he might actually go in and fry on this. He might drop more than these. He might drop 30 map 1. I don't know, but his line's at 24.5. He needs to get 25. He has an average of 26 kills on Invasion control. And if this goes Rio, he's probably dropping a 40 bomb, just playing a close quarters map like Rio. So he has all the reasons to come in here and just want to slam them. New York has to redeem themselves after that major performance last stage, so I definitely see Hydra leading the charge. We're gonna go ahead and lock those 2 picks in. We're gonna go ahead and lock in Fellow for less on 18.5 map 1 kills, and Hydra for more on 24.5 map 1 kills. If you guys want to see more of these free picks, go ahead and leave a like, drop a comment, let me know you're telling, and consider subscribing if you want to see all the upcoming videos. I'm gonna be dropping videos for Call of Duty every week, so stay tuned for that. And if you want to get all my player projections for every day, you already know what to do. Hit the link in the description. $10 a month, you get all my player projections every day there's COD, and you get my 4-man formats. You get all my 10 4-man slips. But I mean, really, you get the research, you get my favorite picks, and you get tons of value, guys. So consider it. Aside from that, I hope you're telling. I hope you're making a shit ton of money with these picks, and I'll see you guys on the next one.